Good afternoon internet and welcome back to the channel. So it's Saturday afternoon, it's the what is it, it's the 14th of June and it's 10 past 12 on the afternoon. Give it a wave, Cedric. Okay, so today with the chalet build, it's cleaning up all the stuff that we chopped down, the tree and everything that we put here. So basically, we're just all on the chainsaws. Look at this, my daisy roots, look, my daisy roots are full of sawdust. Aye, the joys of chainsawing. So anyway, that's the plan. Everything's got to be chopped up. Hello, Ethan. Right, my grandson, God bless him. Right, everything's got to be chopped up into usable pieces, and then the rest of it is going in the back of the van and it'll be taken to the tip. Now, whether we'll get it all tipped today or not, I don't know, but at least it's a good start. So, right, back to the chalet. Now, what happened? As you know, I was marking it out. Well, I have marked it out. So this one here, as we're looking, is our highest point in the garden. So that's set at 1 block high, right? Okay, now, as we go down the garden, if you look at this one here, in the opposite, well, we follow the line down here, in its corresponding corner, it raises up considerably. But as we go to this one, it raises up even more, yeah? So basically, this bar here, this one, that's our finished height, which, as you can see, is quite a bit off the ground. And the difference between this corner here and that corner up there is 37 centimetres. Right, now in France, when you want to build something, or something like this anyway, what you do is you put in permission, yeah, which goes into the local Marie's office, which we did. And you're asked if you want to carry work out on the ground first of all, you know. I mean, obviously what we could have done was levelled all this ground out first of all, but if we'd have levelled the ground out, then when we put in the fosse septique, that would have caused us a problem. We'd have had to put a retaining wall all the way along there. So the easiest thing to do is the way that we've done it, and that's quite acceptable. In fact, a lot of the Maries would rather you do that. So, but because of the height now of that one in that corner, the height above the boundary line will be quite considerable, because you think about it, the chalet's base is there, so we're going to be 3 metres high above that. Now technically it shouldn't be a problem because it's been passed, so I could go on and we could continue the build, and we'd probably be okay. But one thing you got to consider is, in a lot of these little communities, everybody knows everybody else, and let's face it, we're English, and with all the bits and pieces that I've had going on with my landlord, who is quite well known around here, everything we've got to do has got to be 100%, because what I don't want to do is build this and then somebody comes out at the very end, which, to be fair, they don't, it's not like the UK. I mean, when I had my building company in the UK, you got inspected when you put in the footings, before you poured the concrete, you was inspected again. You know, then you brought the brickwork up to damp, and then you put your concrete base and blah, 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 and it was all inspected. It's not like that here. Once you've got permission, you know, you build this, it may never be checked. But on the other hand, because of things that's going on, there's an excellent chance it will. And we've got to be 100% to, you know that we have done everything right. Because I don't want someone coming to me when this is all done and saying, you got to take it down. That would be a disaster. Not to mention, I couldn't build it again. Probably killed me the first time. Anyway, so what we've done is, yesterday, because it was yesterday afternoon, I got all the levels through, and today we was going to start digging some holes out, but what we've decided to do is we've contacted the guy who's the one who's passed it all, and we're going to get him down and we're just going to point it out and say, look, this is how high that corner down there is going to be. So obviously the chalet will be raised right up, and if he turns around and says no, that's fine, which there's a chalet being built down the road and it's basically exactly the same thing. The one corner is like about 500 off the floor, and the other corner must be not 500, about 200 off the floor, and the other corner must be nearly a metre, you know. So yeah, it's not an unusual practice to be carried out, but I want to know that we're okay to go ahead. So unfortunately we've got to wait till this guy to come out. I suppose the worst scenario could be that he'd say no, but if he said no, then why has he said yes to everybody else around here? Or what he might want to do is resubmit the plans again, stating the height that the chalet is going to be above the boundary, the boundary fence, which could be a pain in the backside, because basically that's going to set us back, because we can't work then until it's been resubmitted and passed. Anyway, but it's no big deal, I suppose, you know. Like I said, when this started out, this isn't, I'm not on no time scale, you know, but you got to do it right. It's not worth thinking, sod it, it'll be okay, the guy down the road's done exactly the same thing, I'm different from the guy down the road, you know. So yeah, so that's the latest update. Anyway, before I go home tonight, well, have another look round, see how far we've got with cleaning it all out. Get them chainsaws going again. We've got to stop now because it's dinner time, and everybody has to stop doing exactly what you can't make noise at dinner time, but still, never mind. Everyone's got entitled to the privacy. Right, I'll see you later, catch you soon. Bye for now. Okay, welcome back. So the time, it is 4:25 in the afternoon, and do you know what? I've been on the flaming chainsaw for most of the day, right? And yeah, let me show you. Right, so this is just some of the wood that we've done. Yeah, quite a bit there, all chopped up. My daughter, look, doing a great job. Amy, say hello.
Hello.
And if we walk across here, I mean, the good thing, well, the main intention, obviously, the more we wanted to get this tidied up, was, you know, once we actually start the build, there's nothing in the way. So all we've got left now here is these big stumps, which for today, I'll tell you what, that's it. Hey, I'm vibrating for holding the chainsaw. I can't do any more. Say hello, wifey. Hello. Okay, so yeah, so that's it really. Look, the main bulk of the rubbish is gone, and yeah, it really has been an hard. I remember there's Eric, who's French. He watches me, and when I said I was going to start building this, one thing that he said was, because he's about the same age as me, and he said, don't forget, Colin, that tiredness creeps up on us faster at our age. And you know what, it is true, you know. I mean, I got to be honest, I'm just about done in now, and but the good thing is, it's all enjoy. Look at me boots, look at that there. Hey, I've got more of the tree inside my bloody boots than anywhere else. Anyway, so that's where we are, yeah. So just to sum it up quickly, we're all marked out, you know, like I said. All we need now is an answer off the man himself. I mean, I don't think there's going to be a problem, but like I said, I mean, just to put that shed up there, we have to get permission, and that, well, not just us, that is a legal requirement in France. Now, to be honest, An awful lot of people don't. They just, I've got to have a sit down. An awful lot of people just, you know, they just put the garden sheds up, which, to be fair, under normal circumstances, I'd probably do the same thing. But like I said, with what's going on, you know, with my court case and everything else, if you give someone an inch, believe you me, they'll take more than a foot. So everything's got to be, you know, done to the book. Everything's got to be right. Hence the fact that although I don't, you know, I'd have just got on and built this. Obviously now, you know, it means that the block work that I was going to put in, if you remember, excuse me, can you be a bit more quieter with the wheelbarrow? I am joking, by the way. If you remember, I just wanted to do the foundations and the block work all in one. Well, the height of these now, that's going to have to change a bit. So I think the way it's going to be done, it's going to be like a foundation putting with steel rebars or a cage coming up, and then I'll drop the block work on depending on the height. Now, the thing is, you're never going to get the block work to finish exactly to the string line height that you want. So what I'll do is I'll bring the block work up, and then the top bit I'll just plywood it round and shutter it so that we shutter the tops and they will be to the string line. That's another theory anyway. Okay, well, you know what, I think that's about it for today. Tomorrow, of course, is Father's Day, and I think I deserve a rest alongst with all the other fathers that's been working away hard. I'm thinking to myself that even if it's only a really short ride, I need a bike ride tomorrow. I do. So I'll probably put a video on tomorrow of me just going round the coast around here. I don't want to go far. I want an easy day tomorrow, but I do want a short bike ride. So a nice coastal ride, I think, will be really good. It'll certainly do me the world of good. And of course, like I said, it's Father's Day, so I expect to be lavishly spoilt. We hope, and I doubt. No, I love my family. I'll tell you what, one good thing about this chalet, or wooden house, or whatever you want to call it, which I think is absolutely brilliant, it's being done as a family affair. You know, we're all getting stuck in, all of us, you know. And at the end of the day, when it's all finished, we can all sit down and we can be proud of what we've done. I think that goes a long, long way. Anyway, before the tears start rolling down the face, look, if this has interested you in any way, give us a thumbs up, that'd be great. And hopefully, like I said, I'll put another video on tomorrow. I hope you've got this fantastic weather that we've got here, and I hope it stays with us. If you're out on your bike, ride safely, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks ever so much for watching. Bye for now.